Okay, right. Doing a blog from the other laptop now because the camera and the sync on the camera seems to be a bit rubbish on the big one.
A bit.
Maybe it's because I'm just uploading it straight to YouTube using their interface rather than the recorder built into the machine. Yeah. Yes. Okay. The last blog update was us getting into Osaka for the Smilage show in the afternoon. I had to give my camera to Pete to chuck in the locker at the rail station because I didn't want it taken out of my bag. But yeah, I may as well give a bit of a report on the two Smilage concerts. The first time I did two shows in a day, and of course we had to stay out overnight afterwards. Well, me and Ole did. Pete went back because he only had tickets for one show. So yeah, first concert. We got to the station, jumped on the circulars, shot around to JR Namba station, which was the one closest to where the actual venue was, and yeah, quite pleased with how close it was to the venue. As in, you come out of the station and cross a road and you're there, right in front of you.
Just what you need.
Okay, walk around the back of the building, up a load of stairs, about sort of 6 stories of stairs outside to get to it. Interesting venue, all standing, all seats removed, no rails or anything in the way. So yeah, a bit of a squash, really. It was okay that I had a ticket of 100 and something, I think. So
Well, I had 193.
sorry for the chin shot. Oh no, sorry. I had 341.
Didn't make any
3,
difference
4,
from
1.
the end, though.
Nope. Yeah, they were on 100 and something. I was on 300 and something. By the time we got in there, they were actually calling numbers 500 and something because we didn't realise what they were doing at the time. I knew for the second one, but we got in there and we actually got not too bad a position, about the equivalent of 8th row if it was seated. Actually,
No,
closer than that.
That's about 6 row.
About 6th row if we were seated, but of course everyone was a bit closer together, all compressed in. The concert itself was absolutely amazing, as always. Smilage are really good live, very very good live. Entertaining MCs, which are the bits in between songs where they just talk or show a video with something pre-recorded. Yeah, the crowd were all up for it. Me glow sticks were all flashy and wavy and all around me head. Then it finished, and we had to get out of the building again for the next event. We had to take our stuff out of the lockers apparently, so I took my stuff out. It cost 300 yen to use a locker, about £2.50. My evening ticket was much more important, 155, and I thought I should be able to get about 3rd row maybe with that if I'm lucky, maybe even closer, maybe 2nd row. But so I went to the merch queue first of all, bought the photo cards for a friend of mine on Hello Online. So I've got them all now. I'll get them all posted out to you. I've sent you a message already. You should have it by now. If you want to order more stuff, just let me know. Send me the money again, and I'll get extra stuff as well. Because I'm sure they'll release more pictures for the midweek final. So you might want me to buy them for you as well.
Wouldn't be surprised if they're releasing a shirt for it.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, that's a good point. Another shirt, cracky. My budget can't stretch to this.
Never can mind.
So anyway, yes. So I got my merch. We didn't have time for food in the end because the doors opened quite early, 17:30, and that's how I rushed off to stand by the door to listen to the numbers being called out. Because of course I don't speak much Japanese, so I have to really, really listen hard to actually catch what numbers they're saying. But my number comes and I rush in, and it's like, great, time for me to get in there. I had 300 yen out my wallet, in my hand, ready to just chuck straight into the lockers to put my bag in. Followed the queues round, went up the escalators. As they were walking in, I turned left, went to the lockers that are just at the top of the escalators, opened it, chucked my bag in, chucked the 300 yen in, locked it, walked off, thought, bloody hell, my glow sticks are in my bag. Went back, got another 300 yen out, because as soon as you open the door, the money just is all gone. So I spent another 300 yen just to get my glow sticks out and put my bag back in again.
Fail.
Yeah, it was actually. I know not to do that on the final. That's a lesson learnt when it wasn't too important. So it's kind of a good thing that I did it then rather than in Yokohama. So yeah, did that, got in, was about fourth row. Fourth row standing is equivalent of about between second and third row at a normal event, so it's a fantastic position, really close. I mean, I'd had my first standing show, proper standing show. It was great. Everyone stood, I don't know, not far away from each other, forward, so you had some space to, wave your arms a bit over the other people's shoulders. That was alright. Evening show comes. First song starts. I'm there with my glow sticks ready for fifth row, and all of a sudden, everybody pushes forward, and sort of like a rock gig, up against everybody's face, squished in like that, arms above my head, and everybody's pushing, and I'm still getting pushed further forward. About 50 seconds into the first song, maybe a minute into the first song, there I am. Hang on, I'm on the second row. What the hell's going on? How did I get... Sorry about my voice. How the hell did I get here? How did I get all... I know I was being pushed, but, I mean, people must have been giving way at the front. So it's like, okay, I'll take advantage of this. Second row, even better still. Excuse me, yeah. I wrecked my voice. I'll tell you about that in a bit. So, yeah, I'm there, arms in... Well, one arm in the air, having to keep the other glow stick in front of my chest to stop myself from being crushed up against the person in front, and somebody to the right was trying to elbow their way around me, and it's like, no, that's not happening, sorry, my arm's staying there. I come from a rock background, I know how to hold my ground at a rock gig, and this was basically a rock gig with teenage girls singing. I suppose in a way it's not that much different from L7 when I was a teenager myself.
Showing your age now.
Yeah.
I won't go there.
I mean, they were teenage girls, okay, like 19, 20, whatever. Maybe slightly not teenager, just. But, I mean, same thing, the music's really fast, sung in a completely different style, obviously, because it's not rock, it's J-pop. But anyway, yeah, so I'm there for about 3-4 songs. Second row. Now there's a guy to the left of me, an ota to the left of me. Same t-shirt as me, supporting the same girl, a Kawasaki, or Sakichi as she's called. He's got 3 little LED glow sticks in his hand. I've got 2 big ones in my hands. He stinks of BO massively. One of the only ones I've seen. Everybody else was fine, but this guy reeked. And he took offence to the fact that I was suddenly second row. He was possibly one of the people on second row who didn't give ground. But he seemed to be very unhappy about this, whether it's because I'm a gaijin, a foreigner, or whether it's just because suddenly I was there, or because I was another Saki fan right next to him, vying for her attention, obviously, or maybe just because he's a twat. I don't know, one or the other. But all I know is that I'm sitting there, glow sticks in the air, and then next thing I know, I'm there, elbow in the face from him, and elbow in the guts, and a few seconds later, and kicking me in the shins, and he's like, whoa, this is a little bit nasty. So, this goes on for about 3 or 4 songs, and he's like bouncing up. I realise what he's trying to do eventually. He's like bouncing hard and stuff. What he's actually trying to do is he's trying to do full otage, which is the ota dancing they do, full on otage in a standing venue. Haven't seen anybody else trying to do this. Oshi jumpers, which are the people just jump up and down on the spot, throwing their arms out with glow sticks, fine, It's like at a rock concert, people jump up and down, not a problem. Doing the hand movements, and then but kind of standing still, that's fine. But full on otage, which takes the space of about 4 people, it's second row of a concert. Is he mad? Or is he just a twat? As I'll say it again, he probably is. But all I know is that I'm sitting there getting seriously jostled and quite, smacked into the head quite a lot and smacked into the guts quite a lot, and he's like trying to force his elbow around me and trying to push me backwards. But like I say, I come from a rock background, and when I say rock, I'm not talking Iron Maiden and that sort of thing. I'm talking things like death metal, real hardcore rock in the past, self-destructive kind of music. But the point is, it's like I know how to hold my ground at an event, so I'm like really being shaken about, but ignoring him completely, and still just enjoying myself. Now at one point, I'm like about getting seriously jostled, and it's like, and his elbow's coming out to about, I can't do it with my own elbow. You can't lick your own elbow, don't you noticed? But his elbow's like here in my face, and at that point, the girl who we're both supporting looks at me, and she can see that I'm being, smacked around by this guy, and just got this expression on my face, like kind of, fair enough, I'll just cope with it. And so she gives me this like sort of this pitying smile, and then carries on, and it's like, yeah, you haven't made any friends with your idol, have you, mate? She's basically looked at me and she's gone, so sorry, he's a twat. But
don't mind him.
yeah. So, but about a song after that, I get pushed back out the way, totally elbow, and he doesn't just, because he's been trying to get his elbow in for quite a while, but at this one point it had got to a sexy solo bit, and I'm up like this with both hands, and he's like this normally every time as well, but he just took the opportunity. So he basically said, okay, I'm not going to support it now, I'm just going to get my elbow down into his guts, and he really fucking pushed me really hard. Sorry about the French, man. But he very, very sort of total full-on body twist to get me out of the way. Really satisfied, kind of, that he's beaten the gaijin. He's probably on 2chan, which is a Japanese website thing. You might have heard about it.
Full of racist bastards.
Yeah, probably been moaning about me all night. These foreigners coming to the gigs, but stuff him. So I can say I stood behind him from then on, and my glow sticks are fairly big. But there's that.
Thing is, if he'd have wanted to, you could have always used the bottom and butt worked him out of the way.
Yeah, I very nearly did.
Tempting.
You haven't got any normal glow sticks, have you?
We can unwrap one of those yellow ones.
I won't unwrap it. I'll just show you the equivalent size.
Yeah, let's use the wrapper. So
Right.
This
wrapper is what the glow sticks come in. Normal glow sticks. And in the packet, because it's of course flat and the glow stick isn't, it starts about there in the packet and ends about there. That's it, full length glow stick. And your hands around that bit.
6 inches.
Yeah. Okay. Compare that to my glow stick. The handle of my glow stick is nearly as big as normal people's glow sticks. And I've got 2 of these. That one. And that one. Okay. Bear with me a sec. It's done 12 minutes. I'm just going to pause it now because I know the YouTube, that's the place, might actually cut me off. So I'm just going to pause this and I'm going to do the second half of the explanation in another blog. See you in a second.